What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it on that sheet. This one may be a short one. This one maybe a short one, but we'll roll with it and see what happens. We're gonna do
What
old
is
school. We're gonna do a old one where we don't plan anything.
it?
That's, uh, oh, we're recording. Ebonics. This looks familiar. This looks like Alan's background, like Alan's apartment. You've been all over the place. It's been a long time since I've seen your apartment.
I've been on the move, man. This is my first time being home in over a week, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
you did another first last night.
Yes, I did, man. I hit the stage for the first time since March 13th. I was on stage.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's,
man.
you killed it, man. You killed it. Soul Jills, you killed it. When you said, when you went on stage, you said March 13th. So I was like, oh, I didn't realize he had a date of the last time he was on stage.
Yeah, I remember the last time I was on stage was actually a Soul Joe show. You know what I mean? So it's like I remember that weekend I had a show Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then boom, it hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember vividly. So I made sure I told the audience though, like, yo, this is my first time in months. You know, and they cheered for me. They was like, yeah.
Yeah, man. That was a cool setup. It was very much like a beach party.
Yeah, because Soul Joe he put the whole parking lot covered it in sand. Bring your own chair. Everybody got flip flops on shit. I even wore shorts.
Yeah, you wore polka dot shorts? Like you like above the kneecap shorts.
Yeah, that's my style. You know, I came straight from the beach and then went back to the beach.
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah. So you were running up on stage, and I saw like, oh, is that? I think that's Alan. Then he started saying her name. I was like, of course, yeah, I think that's Alan. And polka dot shorts, straight beach wear with the latex gloves.
I had to have the gloves on, man. You know how I am about this coronavirus. I had to wear the gloves, man. I stopped at Wawa to buy some gloves, and I asked the guy at the restaurant, I'm like, yo, you got some gloves? He was like, no. How many you need though? I said, I just need one pair of gloves. He gave me some of the employee gloves.
Damn, shout to Wawa. That's why Wawa is better than Sheets. Damn, that's what's up, man. You killed it. You killed it. It was nice to see you back up there. It was cool just being able to like. That was like one of the first times in a while that I went just to a comedy show just to watch, sort of thing. Like I was on the way back, I was like, damn, when was the last time that I did that? It was nice. It was nice. It was nice being like an audience member. It made me appreciate them a little bit more.
Yeah, you sat right up front too.
Yeah, well, yeah, the usher dude was like, here you go. And I was like, oh, usher lady. She was like, oh, here's a spot. And I was like, okay, this works out. We had our seats, which you weren't there for the first half, like right when before the show started. The seat that we had just kept collapsing. So we were convinced there was going to be an incident during the show where it just went, it didn't though, it didn't. Plus we're agile, so it was like, all right, we would have saved it. Like that's
That would have been hilarious if you just collapsed during my set. Oh man, you would have never heard the end of it.
Oh my goodness. I was trying to be incognito. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh. They can't know the other half of Proper Ebonics here. They can't know. They
knew you were in the building because they was like, that's Kurt up there, right? I was like, that's Kurt, you know what I'm saying?
I was in a full hat and glasses. Like they can't know.
You were this close to getting on stage last night.
Oh goodness. That would have been wild. Yeah.
You didn't even
know. That's cool. I appreciate being an audience member. I appreciated being able to see you perform and all that stuff. That was nice. It was my birthday yesterday. That was a good way to do it.
Happy belated to Kirk Griffiths, man.
Oh my goodness. That was it was pleasant. It was pleasant. It's I'm rolling in my 30s.
Yo, listen, man. This is how I know I had a good set, right? Because chicks were trying to hit on me, like my girlfriend wasn't sitting right next to me.
Right afterwards, I saw they're talking about you after you left too.
Who?
So these women, they're like, oh, I'm gonna find him on there, and they're like, oh, is he homeless douche? Oh, it really is homeless douche, and then they're like, I'm gonna add him. So like, they did put a focus on you for a little.
Yeah, I was like, my girl's like right next to me. You know, the one chick even said, "Is that your manager?" I'm like, no, like this is my girl. They were out to lunch. They were drinking. You know how white women always start drinking, man.
Yeah. Do
No,
you
so
say would you say you handled it well?
yeah, I think I did. Yeah, yeah. If I'd have been like, hold on, babe, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, ladies, how you doing? That's not handling it well, okay? But no, I was like, yes, this is my girl. We sit right next together. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? I
That's
think
fun.
I was more like, oh, what's going on? More than she was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
that's wild, man.
she
Well,
found it
people are
funny.
gonna do what they do. Uh, I'm this. I was telling you beforehand. This is gonna be a not not a quick one, but this is gonna be. I'm still waking up. I'm still waking up, people. I'm so sorry. I know
We
as a
can tell.
broadcast journalist, I was supposed to prepare. I did not. Rolled out of bed. Had a peach loaf of bread. Uh, oh, and
You said a peach loaf of bread?
that's how they put it on the label. It's like a loaf of peach bread, but really it's just like peach cake. I don't know. I can't make toast with this. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make peach toast. Can't do that. So
Right.
that's annoying.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you gotta listen, man. Your birthday, you're up the next day after your birthday pretty early. So like, I commend you for sticking to the schedule. You know what I'm saying? Because I know at my birthday, I don't know if I want to do anything the next day.
Oh yeah. I took off work tomorrow for Monday, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that should be good. I should be able to do like proper Ebonics Sunday though. And I
Right.
think you know what? I think we're gonna be able to do it. We're gonna be able to do it.
No, we good, man.
I'm gonna
We're
fall
definitely.
asleep at minute 13. I'm gonna fall asleep.
No, look, man, we good though because I'm energetic because I don't know if you saw this too. I'm doing a show today, bro. I'm doing a pop-up show in Lancaster today.
Ooh, where at?
Today. I'm doing it at Reservoir Park. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Pull up. I'm doing it. Like I decided. I'm on the high from last night and
damn.
I want to do it. And I put it on Facebook already, so it has to happen.
Oh, wait. Where's it gonna be? At Reservoir Park? Like, who's holding it? Like,
Me.
where can we? Oh, like you're doing it.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
it's
doing this. I'm
what
making I was literally
solo?
making the flyer before we got on air here.
Damn, solo show. Alan Massenberg,
So
Reservoir
look,
Park.
this is the thing. I was going to do a solo show, but my girl was like, "You should bring some more, invite some people."
Hmm.
It's an open invitation if you would like to pull up to Reservoir Park today at 7
Ah,
p.m. At 7 p.m. in Lancaster if you want. You know what I'm
I
saying?
may. Actually, that's
Producer
not true.
Pat,
I have
you hear
plans to
this,
go see
producer
my
Pat? Tell producer Pat too. You got an open invitation as well. If you'd like to pull up, we could rock out. You know
producer
what I'm saying?
Pat, man. He may come through. Yeah, shout out to Dobby real quick.
No,
Shout out to Dobby.
he said, heck yeah.
I have plans to go to my mom's. She's making me a steak and she got a
Okay.
cake, so I'll be doing
Steak
that.
and cake. You can't beat that.
Yeah, so and I haven't seen her in a while, but that's cool you're doing. It was also cool seeing you in person. Like I was like, oh, my buddy. It's been so long. It's been so long.
We took some awkward pictures afterwards.
Yeah, it was.
The one
It
picture,
was looking good. It was some good photos.
I like the one like when I'm standing up like this. The other
Yeah,
one, they like you taking a shit on the sand. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
a little bit, but it showed my squat game, so I was happy about that.
Showed my squat game. Yeah.
I love showing my squat game. Love showing the squat game, man. Yeah, you been seeing
You,
what's going on in the world? I know you've been on vacation. I got to fill you in a little bit. Everything that's been happening. You see Joe Biden's speech?
no, I did not see Joe Biden's speech. I heard he had a speech. I did not see any of it.
He
What's
did.
up? What's the big draws you got from it? The big takeaways.
So it was the DNC his acceptance speech. Like I
Right.
accept the nomination, and pretty much the overall review from or the consensus from everyone is that it exceeded expectations. Which is not hard to do, because Joe Biden's been kind of like stumbling a lot. So he
Right.
did 20 minutes, no stumbling, just boom. It was fine. It was fine. It wasn't an excellent speech. It was just like, okay, it was a politician doing rhetoric.
Yeah.
Um, he had some cool points in there. There was one about, it was like he looked in the camera like, do you want a president that is going to see, he's going to look for himself first before America? Because that's what Trump will do. And I was like,
Right.
okay, that's a good point. That's a good point right there. That's a
Right.
solid one right there. But then
Was he just attacking Trump for 20 minutes?
no, he played it pretty safe. It wasn't like he didn't really lay out any concrete plans. Like the most he said was like they would make PPE equipments, like the testing. They'll do more testing in America. They'll make a lot of the tests and equipments for masks in America, so we won't have to rely on China as much. That was the one like concrete plan that he had, but the rest of it was just like, we're gonna do better, we're gonna do this, I'm a good guy. But you know, it's being seen as favorable, so it's kind of interesting to see what that would look like during the debates, because he was a little bit more with it than usual.
Right, right. So I hope he is, because them debates, man. Trump and them niggas over there, they don't care.
Yeah,
They saying whatever, bro. So
which is that's going to help you in a debate. It's like that's kind of the thing. It's like if Trump is probably, you would imagine, like he's a little bit more with it in terms of like cognitive apparently, whereas like Biden, he seems to be kind of on the mental decline in terms of like speech. So yeah, I think that's going to be I think Trump is going to like tear it up with that, but
hope
I'm
not.
not
I mean,
saying that even like a good thing either.
yeah, yeah. I understand what you're saying. We'll see though. I think I'm gonna watch the debate this time.
Yeah.
Because beforehand I wasn't really politics and all that. You know how it was.
Yeah, but they're gonna fight. This is gonna be the one where Biden's gonna stumble, and then Trump's gonna make fun of the stumble, and then Biden's gonna want to fight him. There's gonna be a fist fight on live NBC at the presidential.
And look, the winner's the president. Period.
That's how they decide. All right, whoever's still breathing, we get to be president.
Listen, man. I'll be with that shit because I don't like them boring ass debates and the boring ass conference and all that. Put some celebrity death match, president style. Let's do it.
We gotta get some like WWE commentators in there. I'm trying to get like Michael Cole, Joe Rogan in there, just like commentating on like each of the moves and all that stuff.
I'm trying to see. It'll be scripted like wrestling, huh?
A little bit. It'll be a blend of it. It'll be essentially Biden's going to be on the scripted part, just trying to read a teleprompter. Trump is going to try to throw a Stone Cold Stunner in there. Pretty wild.
The people's elbow.
Look,
the
corporation's elbow.
My dad reminded me how when I was a kid, all I used to do was impersonate The Rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was funny because you know how I feel about wrestling now. I'm like, man, fuck wrestling. It's all fake. But like, I really was a wrestler, like impersonator when I was like 12. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see a people's elbow. You know what I'm saying? Can you smell what Biden is cooking? That's what I want to hear. That's what I'm talking about.
It makes sense, like as a kid, it makes sense like when you see the parallel between like comedy and wrestling, like the personas and the big personalities, like that leaves an impression on you as a kid, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So like it makes sense. I was more of a Val Venus person. I impersonated Val Venus nonstop. I walked around my house just a towel.
And he like oiled his body up. He oiled his body up all the time and stuff.
As I did as well. I oiled my body up. My mom would be like, "Why can't you be like Stone Cold?" And then I would just gyrate.
Yeah, why can't you be like Stone Cold and drink beers, Kirk?
She's like, anything but this. Anything but this. You're using up our towels. Yeah, man.
That's funny. So did you see Jay-Z and Pharrell came out with the new track, and I think it was like 2 days ago, and I seen that they say Jay-Z keep releasing tracks the same time Nas keep dropping shit. You see that?
No, I didn't know
that. Nas album dropped like the same day Jay-Z put out a new joint, and I seen a picture online and like broke down every time Nas dropped and Jay-Z dropped within like the same week. It was like 7 different times.
Oh, damn. I did not know this.
I didn't either. Like I heard like when he signed Nas, he like kept pushing his album back and stuff like that because he was trying to like sabotage and shit. But like when it seemed like a breakdown of like each album Nas dropped like the last 7 years, or the last project he dropped the last 7 years, like Jay-Z put out a single, or Jay-Z and Beyonce dropped the album, or like, it was so funny to see because it was like back to back. Every time Nas dropped, Jay-Z dropped.
When he did Hip Hop Is Dead, which I think was his first album off Def Jam Records when he signed with Jay-Z, Jay-Z soon did Kingdom Come. I'm pretty sure those were like back to back. Oh, now I'm interested in that.
It doesn't make any sense business-wise for Jay-Z for Jay-Z. Like Nas on your label, why are you trying to drop? You're not supposed to drop right after him, or right? You know what I'm saying? It's not how you do it.
They're cool collaborators though. Every time, like every song they've done together now, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like they did like Black Republican Success. I'm like, all right, these are banger songs.
Yeah, that
do you remember?
Right.
Do you like when they first met up, like when they had that concert, Jay-Z had a concert and brought Nas on stage like in '06. Do you remember that at all?
I do not remember it.
Oh my gosh,
Is it
I remember
Summer Jam?
it was probably one of those events. I don't think it was Summer Jam though. I think it was like it wasn't like a tour, it was like a Jay-Z thing though. It
Right.
wasn't like he was headlining something. And he brought Nas out and it went crazy, crazy. Allhiphop.com message boards. We were pretty excited about it. We were pretty excited about that one.
I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah, definitely. Like they have video footage of it, man. It was nuts.
At the end of the show, you gotta remind me. Producer Pat, don't forget this. I need to see that clip. Because I was heavy on that beef, bro. Like I was die hard Nas fan. Like
uh,
so I would like to see that.
mm.
Who do you think won that beef? Jay-Z or Nas?
I think Nas won the battle. Jay-Z won the beef. You know what I would say? They both came out with the best outcomes. Like that's the best out, and like none of their careers got diminished. They both had it's like when battle rappers have like a crazy good battle. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you guys made like a good record. You guys made a good thing just now,
Right.
and no one really loses. So yeah, but in terms of like Takeover versus Ether and all that, Ether had more impact.
Yeah, I like Ether, but people were saying like Jay-Z won because Nas works for Jay-Z.
Yeah, when you think in terms of if you're thinking just like who has the most money and who had the most success outside of inside of hip hop, yeah, definitely Jay-Z.
Right.
But
And
in impact within that time, Nasty Nas.
right now, you seen the recent backlash about the new song that Jay-Z did drop though about
No, I
the
didn't. It
FUBU
was
thing.
so from what I gather, he's recommending that we support Fubu,
Right. That's
and the
it.
backlash is that he was never supporting Fubu when Fubu was in his prime.
Right.
Because I don't know the last time I saw Fubu. Like I guess maybe the last time I was in like a Ross, maybe. I don't know when was the last time. You don't really see
FUBU
Fubu.
trying to make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make a comeback. I seen what's his name, Damon John. I think he was on a Breakfast Club a couple months ago. He was talking about that, how they gonna try and revamp it and come back and all that. So
Yeah, I
I mean,
support Fubu.
I
I would support Fubu.
yeah, I mean I would too. But the people were getting on Jay-Z because they were calling him a hypocrite because he didn't support FUBU in the past. So like, since you didn't do it in the past, you shouldn't do it now. Like I don't agree with that. People change.
You
He
know,
learned from his mistakes. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah. It was evolution, man. Like it's such a crazy thing to be like, oh, you didn't support it 10 years ago. And also, if I'm not mistaken, Jay Z had Rockaware around the same time, and Fubu was kind of like a direct
competition.
competition.
Right.
Yeah, so why would he do it? He had his own Fubu. He's like, I love Fubu so much, I'm gonna make my own Fubu.
Right.
So like,
Exactly.
he was kind of supporting it in that way. So I don't understand the backlash.
People were pulling up lyrics of him like, yo, I wear Prada, Gucci. I'm like, you talking about Prada and Gucci, but you weren't talking about FUBU? Like, come on, man.
It didn't fit in the rhyme scheme. Like, leave him alone. If Fubu made cashmere scarves, Jay-Z would have talked about it.
Bingo. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't supposed to just be. Nah, listen, man. They don't want nobody to grow. It's like you found out you did wrong, so you do better now. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's like when I was a kid, like what 15, I guess more than that, almost 20 years ago or so. I didn't like black olives. I did not promote them in any way. Whenever someone asked what I wanted for lunch, I did not. I would sometimes trash them, but I would openly endorse black olives now. Like no problem. People change, bro. Like people grow.
I still don't like black olives. Fuck that black olive. Fuck them.
What about the green ones?
I don't like olives. Period. If you,
You
I,
got some growing to do. You got
bro,
some...
I do, because I don't. If I see olives in like a potato or a macaroni salad, I don't want no parts of it.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
I can't do olives.
Damn.
So
I'm gonna break you
until Jay Z comes out and supports olives, I'm not eating them. The producer passed it. I gotta mature that palate. Not my palate. It's getting there. Getting there. You know what I'm saying, but I just can't do the olives yet, man. That's I
One
just
day,
started fucking
man.
with tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? I've been eating tomatoes a little bit now.
Really? This is a new one for you. You got tomatoes to the diet.
Look,
Damn.
he said just yes. Look, I never really liked them. I never did. Like I would eat like the most I could do would be like salsa or some shit like I could
Mm.
rock. I mean, but like Like my sister, like she used to like bite it like an apple.
Like a raw one, yeah.
I was like, ew, I couldn't do that.
Wait, so
go ahead.
oh, I lost train of thought.
No,
So sorry.
I was going to say that I wouldn't even eat them on like my hoagies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate it when you ever get like those fundraiser hoagies that automatically come with tomatoes on it.
Yeah, most of them.
I hate that shit.
Oh no. What about ketchup? Would you do ketchup?
Yeah, it's different. I do ketchup. I do pizza sauce. Like that. That's different because it's mixed in with a bunch of other shit. Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of tomatoes. I mess with them. And
yeah.
if Jay-Z, good luck with him. I think he's going to overcome this. I think he'll overcome the backlash of the FUBU incident. But he'll be all right. And in FUBU, we support you. Here, if you make a comeback, we will put a little FUBU sign up there.
We could be. We gotta get a advertisement from them, man. They need to pay us to say this next time.
Did
what's
Producer
that?
Pat says we too. Is that?
I'm surprised Producer Pat knew what FUBU means.
He's like, I'm wearing it now. Like, I love FUBU.
He was at Ross this morning.
He wrote right afterwards. I've been to Ross. I don't know if you saw this thing on Netflix. They have this show that's getting a little backlash itself. There's a show called Cuties. Cuties on Netflix.
I saw it. I saw it. I see a show with like I see a show that looks like it's a show for kids. I'm like, oh, this might be interesting for my kids. And then I see it. I'm like, oh shit, this is not what I thought it was.
Yeah. So I was browsing Netflix probably like Wednesday night. I get down, night owl, and I saw like just the thumbnail for it, and I was like, oh, it must be like one of those like dance shows, like Dance Moms or whatever. Yeah. But I noticed one thing that stood out was like, oh, the kids are, it's like kids and like their bellies showing and all that stuff, which is sure, but I guess in the climate right now of like we're kind of having an issue where people are sexualizing children and all that. It made I was a little taken back by like that was the representation for the show that they were choosing. Right. Have you seen it at all? Are your kids into it?
No, I'm not watching it. My kids not watching it. Like, that's how I look at it, man. I guess the people that don't know, the show Cuties is literally about an 11-year-old girl who discovered twerking and like I guess twerked their way to happiness. Essentially, like it's like the weirdest. If you read it, it's the weirdest thing. You know what I mean? And and on the front cover picture, there's 4 girls. 3 of them are bent over in like a twerking position.
Yeah.
Those are the black girls. And then the one white girl is standing in the middle like, yay. So it's just like a weird looking thing all together. I mean, so it's like, all right, look. So both my kids do dance. So the attire, the dance attire, I wasn't too thrown off by like having their bellies out. That's dance attire. They do dance. But when the dance they're doing is just twerking, like to have a show revolved around twerking for about 11-year-olds, that's just weird, bro. It's not cool. Like it's not cool at all.
I swear, man. Like I feel like a lot of these production companies, Netflix included, they'll do stuff like this for the sake, like it's intentionally to get backlash. Like, because how could you come up with something like this, make that your thumbnail for the show? It's like, oh, to get promotion for it. The other side of it, though, and I was wondering, I was like, oh, man, is this a show thing or is this a society thing? Like, should us as adults, should our brains not be wired of, oh, okay, even if they're in dance clothes, because, kids, that's how they dress for dance often, should we be associating sexuality with it? Naturally, are they promoting it? Like, should we as adults be like, oh, that's just, why are we even sexualizing children to begin with, sort of thing? But I had a hard time. I was like, oh, am I the one that's doing this because society has all this like scum around me, or are they intentionally aiming for that?
It seems like this was an intentional thing, and what? So this is the thing. Somebody wrote this. Somebody shot this. They filmed this. They put it out to Netflix. It went through so many channels. You know what I'm saying? I think this was how it was supposed to be. Like I don't think that we are like, oh, I don't think that our brains are like over sexualizing this because this thing is over sexualized. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm just conditioned to see a child and be like, this is too sexual. No, this thing is too sexual, I feel like.
Yeah. So especially with now that I know the plot too, if it's a girl discovering twerking, I'm like,
that's what it is. That's the thing. Like if it was, there's plenty of kids dancing on Netflix in those outfits. There's cheerleading competition shows on Netflix. There's all kinds of things. But to be like, yo, this 11-year-old discovered twerking, and you have a whole movie about that is weird to me. Like, and it's like whoever made this movie just showed how they really feel about little girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Just, how did that even get greenlit? Sort of thing.
That's what I'm saying. It went through so many channels. So many people saw this.
That's what makes me think that it's intentional. That's the part where it's like that there's no way around that. Like you had to go through multiple layers in order to get that on screen in Netflix.
So you think they're intentionally trying to sexualize the children to like the public? That's what you're saying?
Either that or just a matter of they know that they're going to get backlash for it, thus they're going to get publicity for it. So it's like, okay, well, that's our product will get talked about because of this.
I don't think they would create a movie with all, like, just to create backlash. It's not like they created the promotion to get backlash so people can go see the movie. You're saying they created a whole movie about getting backlash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Like the movie would itself. Yeah.
So like if the promotion was just a picture, it'd be like, this picture is kind of risque, and they got backlash for that, but the movie wasn't that crazy. That'd be different. You know what I'm saying?
The movie's wild too.
Yeah, the whole thing is wild. It was like, who are you? Like who are you? You made this movie, you wrote this movie, you greenlit this movie. Everybody involved in this is weird. Like y'all got issues. Like we
gotta look this up. We gotta see who's like the producer for these movies, and then see what other things they've produced, and be like, oh, maybe they have like a pattern.
That's a good point. It's a good idea. We should definitely do that. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna do some investigative research. We will be the Aaron Brockovich Cuties.
Kirk Brockovich. That's Sandra Bullock was in that movie, right?
Correct. No.
Wait, am I right?
No, Julia Roberts.
Same thing. I don't fucking know.
You know what? Close enough.
That's the same thing. Julia Roberts and the same thing.
I've heard you say like Kathy Bates is Sandra Bullock, so I'm like, the Julia Roberts. That's a little bit more on brand. So here's Cuties right now. It's a French coming of age comedy drama. Okay, this is just a little bit of a plot of it.
So it's a French movie. I don't know any of these people. I can barely read these names. The filmmaker is Mamal Toussaint.
Oh yeah, I have no idea either. So if you look up on the
this is her debut. This is her first thing. This is her first movie.
So she's coming out the gate with it.
Yeah. Okay, it's her first one.
The poster that they have for the French one, it's not as scandalous. It's just like kids walking up a street.
Oh shit.
So
that's Netflix doing that then, huh? Or
yeah, that's like the Americanized, like, how can we get America to be into this?
Wow.
Yeah, that's it looks, but then I haven't seen the film. For all we know, it's just like, it's this innocent thing and we're associating it. I mean, I haven't seen it, but
wow.
The spec's not looking too good.
It's crazy they changed the picture for America. Like that.
Yeah.
That was intentional as fuck.
Yeah, that's the promotional stuff where it's like, oh, how do we've acquired the film, this French film. Foreign films don't really get a lot of plays. How can we get a little bit more attention on it? Because that's what I noticed when I was scrolling through Netflix. I was like, oh, that's weird. But who knows? Maybe it's this innocent movie. Probably not, based on the plot. But I don't know if I'm going to do some more research into this because I don't like looking into these things. It bums me out. I still haven't watched the Jeffrey Epstein documentary because it's like, why? Yeah. It's like, I watched it. It's gonna. Did you?
I did watch it. I didn't know. I knew who he was. I knew about he killed himself. I didn't understand like how deep that shit was, bro. I had no idea. I mean, like all the people that he knew, all the people he was friends with. I didn't know all of that. I knew Trump was his friend and all that, but like there was a lot of shit going on I didn't know.
Yeah, he has they just came out with documents, I guess, from his girlfriend that was arrested, and they unsealed some of the documents that they had sealed up before. And one of them had a photo of Bill Clinton getting a shoulder massage by one of the accusers now, who was underage at the time. Yeah, it's like it's like a side profile, just a side profile shot of her just rubbing Bill Clinton, him just smiling straight. There's no doctoring of the photos. Like it's clearly
Wow,
him. And he
bro,
spoke at the DNC, I think. I was like, damn, that's wild.
that is crazy. I
Yeah.
heard that his name was on the list of guests on the island of Epstein's island. I heard that, but
Yeah.
to see the picture and all that, like,
Man.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild, bro. That's
It's
wild, man.
they had that whole list. See, that's what intrigued me a little bit about the documentary, because apparently they do go more in depth, but it's just when it comes to like the whole child stuff, I don't like endorsing as much. It's
Right.
not to endorse directly, but it's like even by watching it, I'm like, I don't even want to promote this kind of culture sort of thing. But I hear that it does go a little bit more in detail. You see kind of how they went about it and how he was so rich and was able to use his influence, and he has so much information on all these other influential people. So that part is fascinating. And it's just horrible, man.
I really wanted to see how he got his money. Like,
Yeah,
like
what was this?
he,
Did they
he was.
talk about it?
I think he was just like he was an investor. Like people. He was a money manager for people. You know what I'm saying? And what it seemed like he was managing the money of the people who were the people going to his island doing wild things. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm,
kind of like it's just weird. He just came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I guess like he had a stock market job. He didn't like graduate college, but ended up finagling his
yeah,
way into a stock market job. And then like one of the people that he met through that had a lot of money, really fucked with him and gave him a shot. Like, oh, even though you ain't got the degree, I'm gonna give you a shot. And I guess he was good at talking to people, and he was good at stock market and shit. Then he became an investor and then a financial money manager and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? And
damn. You,
yes,
part of me, like when you tune out all like the sex crimes, I'm like, oh, nice. Dropped out of school. Use your communication skills.
started from the bottom.
All right.
But then,
We can't endorse you, Jeffrey Epstein.
yeah,
So
no,
sorry,
man,
we
yeah.
can't do it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I didn't know a lot about it. Like I knew who he was, but I didn't know. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I don't think I finished it. I don't think I finished it, but yeah, I seen it, and it was like, yeah, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So Netflix did come out, and I guess they did apologize for the picture for the promotion of
Yeah,
the
I
show.
think they took down promotion, but they didn't. I don't know if they took down the movie itself.
I don't believe they did. I think they said they just took down. They apologized for the promotion, but the movie is still gonna be playing.
Ugh. You know what? I'm not for the whole. Well, my feelings on cancel culture thing. I'm like iffy on
Yeah.
it, but you know what? Maybe we should look into the person that decided to make that the promotional ad. That's a weird one. That's a
Yes. Yeah. And I guarantee you that person's still working on Netflix. They ain't nothing happened. They ain't like nothing happened. Oh, we'll just change. All right, bad idea. Or maybe they called us. Let's take it down. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. We gotta, if we want to tap into our the woke demographic, we gotta make a list of people that we should cancel, and then we dedicate a whole episode just to canceling the people.
If we did a whole episode about canceling people, you wouldn't even talk because you don't even like cancel. You don't cancel nobody. You'd be like, well, you made a mistake. We give him a shot. I love Papa John's.
I haven't been to Papa John's in a while. You know what? I've been doing a little I've been shopping on Amazon. It's been like over a year. I heard about how they're treating the workers, and I'm like, oh, I could
Oh
probably, if I
shit.
could find it somewhere local, I'll do it there. But I don't like that much wealth is going to the owner. I don't like that it's probably actively shutting down a lot of places because they have everything.
Yeah.
So I've got the microphone on Amazon. But other than that, though, yeah, I'm trying.
I
other
only
than
get what I can't find.
other than the equipment that I'm using right now, I do not use Amazon. Do not use Amazon.
Amazon computer, headphones, clock in the back,
I did
everything.
treat myself to some noise canceling headphones.
Yeah.
These right here. I haven't used them yet, but like I got them in a store, got them in a mom and shop pop. You may have heard of them, Best Buy. So I was able to do that. So Amazon was not tuned in for that. This is
Yeah.
my 30th gift to myself. Noise canceling headphones to cancel out the world, baby. Cancel out the world.
Cancel out the world, man. I be thinking about canceling out the world sometimes, and I be seeing people say stupid shit online, like when they
Like
call
what?
people like Meg Thee Stallion a snitch
Oh my goodness.
for saying that
Why
Tory
would they
Lane
do
shot
such a
her.
thing?
They're saying that
So I
Tory
heard about this.
right. So they,
What
so like probably a month ago, Tory Lane shot Meg Thee Stallion like in the foot, like a month ago.
so
It's
that's
like
not a rumor. He straight up did
it's
shoot
not
her
a
in the
rumor.
foot.
They were in a car together. Meg Thee Stallion had a gun wound to her foot. Tory Lane went to jail for gun possession.
Connect the
Like
dots.
you ain't really got to be a cop, the detective to figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You don't need Stabler and Benson. You can come to the bottom of that one. You know what I'm saying? So now a month later, Meg Thee Stallion did not. She never came out and said Tory Lanez did it. But a month later, because Tory Lanez, his people, his publicists, they're trying to change the story and making all these kinds of false statements about the story. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just come out and say it." Tory Lanez shot me. She said it on her Instagram live. And you know what I'm saying? Like we all knew it, but she said it. Now people are saying that Meg Thee Stallion's a snitch because she's saying it because Tory Lanez shot her. Now, how do you feel about that? You think that's considered snitching?
I don't think that constitutes snitching. No.
Right.
If you're saying someone shot you and then their people are trying to twist the story of like something that's pretty horrible, like you're in the car with someone, they shoot you, and they're trying to twist that, especially in these times and all that stuff where we're trying to be protective and all that stuff, particularly Black women. No, I think it does better, more good than bad, than her doing that. Are people though? They're saying though that she should not have done this.
I had a guy because I put a post up on the gram about like how you can't. It's not considered snitching if you're a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Is you're not if you're not in the street life, it's not snitching. Like if somebody comes up and robs you at gunpoint, you call the cops, say, "Hey, I just got robbed, stole my wallet." That's not snitching. You're a civilian. You pay your tax dollars so the cops could arrest that person that took your belongings. You know what I'm saying? If you're a drug dealer and you get into a shootout with another drug dealer and you get shot and you say, "Yo, that drug dealer shot me after our little shootout," that's snitching. That's snitching. If you and your homie do a crime together and then y'all both get arrested and you tell so you can get less time, that's snitching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like because it's almost like because you had a part in it, sort of thing, and like so it's not like your hands are completely clean, sort of. So like if you're out there doing that, it's interesting that they're making that distinction now because as growing up, it was everyone was a snitch, sort of thing. Like if you told on anyone, someone stole your pencil, and you're like, "Hey, where's my pencil?" You were a snitch, sort of thing.
Right. They called you a tattletale. You know what I'm saying? But this is different. Like I love using the grandma equation. Like if your grandma got shot in the foot, she told the cops, "You can call your grandma a snitch."
My grandma's never a snitch, dog. Sorry, I can't say those words.
Hard as nails.
Yeah, no, I know we're on like a path right now, but no, my grandma's not snitching. Sorry,
your grandma's a gangster. Your grandma shot Meg Thee Stallion, didn't she?
No, my grandma didn't do that. Oh, chill.
But look, man, it was saying I had a dude comment on my page. He said to me, in Chicago, telling is telling. That's what he said. Like, period. So you want Meg Thee Stallion, famous Meg, with all the shit going on, to shoot Tory Lanez back, or something? Like, what do you want? What do you want from her?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's and I think a lot of people are comparing with the Tanachi 6ix9ine one, where it's like he had his hands dirty. He got himself in that situation, sort of thing.
Right.
Versus you're just a passenger in a car and you get shot. That's kind of horrible.
It was the Tekashi 6ix9ine thing is completely different. Tekashi 6ix9ine is the worst kind of snitch. He's the worst kind of rat. He was involved in criminal activity, got arrested, got caught, and turned on everybody that he was with, and then tried to justify it by saying, "Oh, they did this to me." No, he snitched. Now somebody needs to send Tory Lanez to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like that.
I won't watch any of his new stuff. I saw like there's my brother sent a link like, "Oh, I secretly like him." I'm like, I can't endorse this. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
You gotta tell your brother you guys can no longer be brothers.
Yeah, that's he took it kind of hard. It's like, Kirk, we've been brothers for almost 30 years. And I was like, I'm sorry.
You're gonna see your brother walking around with like a rainbow lace front wig, you know?
Yeah, you suck. It was my brother's Cat Williams. You know what? Did you see that the
Yeah,
Cat Williams?
I didn't see the Cat Williams. Was it like he did like a little comedy special?
I don't know. So I saw like a little clip from it. Apparently, it was just like an ad for Supreme where he just did like it wasn't like a full hour special, but he
Oh,
just did like a little, like, I think it was like 15 minutes. And from what I did see, it was actually good. It was
yeah.
good. Like it was kind of theatrical with the whole hair thing. I think he had some sort of tie-in with it, but it was funny. It was like, oh yeah, cool. It's cool to see Cat again.
Cat's a beast. Cat, no matter
Yeah,
what was going on with him in the public's eye, or if he had mentioned it, Cat's a beast on stage.
exactly, man.
Point blank period. He put out a special every year, it seems like.
Do you remember how big Cat Williams was?
Cat Williams is supposed to be Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Period. He was supposed to be Kevin Hart. And I
Yeah.
think that the industry didn't like how real he was, though.
Yeah. Well, those two they feud as well. I think like because he was very much like Kevin Hart. He had the statement of like, "Cat, you had a chance, but you chose drugs over comedy,"
Right.
sort of thing. Which I don't know if that's the case or not, but Cat Williams definitely he was propelled to be at that level. But
Cat was too real.
Yeah.
Cat Williams is too real. He wasn't going on stage faking a funk. He was telling you about his problems with America, with white people. Cat is keep it real, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm not going to sit here and say he on drugs or he crazy, because sometimes they try to put that on you when they don't like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like this man tours. When we were back to normal without coronavirus, he didn't tour at comedy clubs. Cat Williams did arenas.
Yeah.
Somebody on drugs out their mind doing arenas for 10 years in a row? Is that what you're telling me? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams is a beast on stage, and they try to shut him up. That's why he ain't where Kev at. That's what I think.
I think it's a mixture. I think I
mixture?
think the industry was definitely against him. But if you like listen to interviews with Cat Williams around that time, something was definitely like he was, and it could have been because the industry was against him. A lot of forces were like pushing towards him, but he wasn't completely with it. Like
Right.
it was like videos of like him doing just straight up just push-ups, being like, and you know what? Fuck Jamie Foxx, push-ups. Like it was like he made like diss records while working out. Like he just like I was like, oh, all right. Well, it was cool, but it was clearly like something was a little bit. I don't want to say off, and that's I think that's a weird term. It's kind of like how we use crazy loosely when we say something's off. It's like if you're living your truth. Is it off?
Look, on some real shit. What if he don't like Jimmy Foxx? That don't mean he got to be
I don't
off
I mean,
on drugs.
I was about to drop a yeah.
I mean,
I think a lot of people don't like.
A lot of people don't like what, Jimmy Foxx?
Yeah.
Who?
No comment.
Oh, I missed something. I'm missing something. I don't know. I'm lost.
No comment.
Jamie Foxx is the ultimate entertainer. That nigga can sing, dance,
Yeah.
do comedy.
No, he does
like Jamie
everything.
Foxx?
Jamie Foxx is easily one of the most talented people in industry.
Do you not like Jamie Foxx? Wow, you don't like Jamie Foxx?
Listen,
I didn't see that.
I listen. I mean, I don't want to get buried by Jamie Foxx Incorporated. But he's one of those people that I could appreciate because I'm like, okay, clearly super talented.
Right.
Singing, the shows, stand-up comedy, does everything, and I see the appeal. But you ever just have like certain personalities that just like, doesn't do it for me. I don't know.
Yes, I do have those certain personalities. That's all. I'm not going to say. So I understand what you're saying. Some people just aren't your cup of tea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not like, oh, Jamie Foxx is bad or anything like that. But you know what I think maybe sealed the deal for me was that roast that he did for Shaquille O'Neal with Doug Williams.
You didn't like that? Oh my gosh! He murdered Doug.
I didn't like that. So Jamie Foxx, he was at a peak of his game. The dude was like a new up and comer. And the dude is trying to do his roast, and he started to stumble a little bit, I guess. And Jamie wrecked him, but it was like to the point of like, that's like career ending type of wrecking sort of thing, where it's like, damn, like that's dude's trying to feed his family, following his. I hate seeing someone trying to follow their dreams and them get shut down by someone that's already reached their dreams. Right. That I think that rubbed me a weird way.
I see exactly what you're saying there, right? I agree with that. Like, he was trying to chase his dreams, but we're in comedy, right? And Doug Williams had the perfect opportunity to take his career to the next level, and he didn't do it. Jamie Foxx served it up to him on a silver platter, but then he tried to come back at Jamie, and it wasn't funny, and it got worse and worse and worse. So it's not like Jamie just. It's not like Doug didn't have a microphone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had ample opportunity to come back. We're in comedy, bro. If you're gonna talk shit about me and talk shit about you, we're at a roast. You got to be able to do this. And Jamie, I heard his interview. Jamie Foxx said it. Like, he was just like, "Yo, yeah, man, yeah, this is comedy." You know, like I was expecting him to come at me, like, but he didn't.
Well, apparently, so I think it was like a Sarah Silverman interview. Like she saw the clip and she asked Jamie Foxx, because she has access to Jamie Foxx. She was like, "Hey, what was up with that?" And apparently, the dude Doug Williams was like, the according to Jamie Foxx was talking a lot of trash before the show. Like, "Yo, I'm gonna wreck it up there. I'm gonna do it." Maybe getting in his head for like a roast type of environment. And I think that maybe led to a little bit of it. But I think that was kind of like, on top of him not really being my cup of tea, but that as well, I'm like, Ray was very good. Ray was a great movie.
Ray was great. Look, Jamie Foxx on the interview. Doug Williams is talking trash before the show. What you mean? Like, you talking trash out here, how great and how you the best, and how here, bro, you can't talk that shit if you can't back it up.
I guess, yeah. I'm not saying it wasn't justified. And if anything, it made a great moment in comedy, because like that's one thing people remember from that roast.
Right.
It broke my heart when I saw it. It broke my heart. To be in layman terms, that's what it did. It just made me sad. So that's pretty much what happened with that, man.
Yeah, man. But listen, he hurt his career with that one.
So we try not to snitch. We try not to snitch, and we try to be kind, but all that. So shout out to Jamie Foxx. And you know what? We'll do a quick prop suggestion. My prop suggestion is going to be the movie Collateral, starring Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. If you want an outstanding film, also featuring Jada Pinkett Smith, check out Collateral.
All right, look, my prop suggestion for this week is go to YouTube, search the roast where Jamie Foxx destroys Doug Williams. Yo, it's some of the best awkwardness you'll ever see, yo.
Oh my goodness.
I was so uncomfortable watching. It was crazy.
It was wild.
Check it out, yo. It was dope to see, man.
Damn.
But look, Kirk, man, we're gonna hop out this one quickly, man, because I'm telling you, I'm preparing for a show, man. I gotta go buy a light. I gotta get a light, yo.
Are you doing what's you said you're doing it around 7 o'clock?
I'm gonna do it at 7. I know it's still light at 7. It didn't get dark last night outside till like after 8. So like we should be good, man. Like I'm telling you, I was talking about doing a show for a minute, and I'm just doing it now. Just fuck it. It's on Facebook, so it has to happen. That's just how I look at it.
Hell yeah, man. Well, that's gonna be cool, man. I hope it's a fun time. Let me know next time you're doing one as well. I'm gonna eat this steak, eat the rest of this cake, and then have some more cake. And then yeah, man. It's cool seeing you. Chat you up later.
Happy belated birthday, man. For sure.
Thanks, man. Peace.
Peace.